Hi, welcome back. This week I want to start off by talking about a few things I think are important to keep in mind when working on developing a healthier lifestyle. The topic is kind of hard because we're all different and we have different challenges to work through. But sticking to the idea of common sense, I have three basic thoughts about the fitness process which I think will hold true for most, if not for all of us. Getting to a healthy lifestyle depends on patience and moderation, goal setting, and discipline. If you've never worked out, or if you're just getting back into it after years of not doing anything, like me, then be patient and remember, everything in moderation is better. Our real goal here is to develop long-term sustainable habits. And in the case of workouts, if you go too hard, too fast, then in the best case scenario, you're going to be so sore, the time it's going to take for you to recover might lead to a loss of momentum or into going back to old, more comfortable habits. In the worst case scenario, it's probably going to be a recipe for injury. Now, in the case of eating habits, making changes that are too big just won't be sustainable for long. Shoot for smaller changes. Let the habit build, then make another small change, and repeat. And this brings us to goal setting. Almost every expert out there agrees that when you're setting goals, they should be SMART goals. SMART goals are goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Personally, I like SMARTer better. SMARTer adds evaluate regularly and reward or revise depending on if the goal was achieved or not. For example, let's say that you want to lose 10 pounds in 1 week. It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, and it's a goal that has a timeline. It's a timely goal. Following the basic SMART, it misses the realistic part. Since for most of us, losing 10 pounds in 1 week, although it's achievable, but it's not achievable in a healthy way, and it doesn't provide us with sustainable results. Using SMARTer, if we even consider the 10-pound loss in a week, at the end of the week we would reevaluate, hopefully recognize the drawbacks of the original goal, and then change it to a healthier, more realistic goal of losing 2 pounds per week over 5 weeks. If your long-term goal is a really big one, like my two main goals of getting down under 20% body fat and eliminating the majority of sugars out of my diet, it's also a good idea to break those big goals down into smaller, more actionable steps. This helps you avoid getting overwhelmed by goals that are too big and too ambitious. And finally, discipline. If what you're shooting for, like me, is a lifestyle change, motivation is not enough. Motivation is a short-term transitory thing. What I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to develop the kind of discipline that will turn into long-term habit changes. This means really being honest with myself and realizing that there will be setbacks. Days where we're not motivated, or even days where we won't make the best decisions. That's when we need to think about our long-term goals, or in nerd fitness speak, our big why, and then make the conscious decision to follow the actionable steps that we set for ourselves when we're setting goals, even when we don't feel like it, or when we need to change our routine to make up for life's little roadblocks. A good example of why it's better to be disciplined instead of motivated is my past week. Tuesday, I had to facilitate a presentation that ran long, which means I missed my CrossFit session for that night. This is the kind of thing that made me stop going to CrossFit last time around, because when they happened too many times in 1 week, I would miss too many workouts, and I start losing momentum, and those kind of started adding up, and they turned into 6 months of not going to CrossFit. So this time, instead of just waiting for my Thursday workout, I went to the box on Wednesday, which kept me to my current goal of going to CrossFit twice a week. And actually, that's it for the weekly update too. That little hiccup aside, it was a really good week. So thank you for watching, and thank you for helping keep me accountable. I'll see you all next week.